Hi, I'm Jenny, and this is my sweet dog Fuji. And it is October 19th, and we're going to walk around the garden and see how everything is looking today. Fuji. This is our morning glory vine that I planted a little while ago to cover the chain link fence. And it's totally flowering, and the hummingbirds are loving it. So I really like this little area of the garden right now, right next to our gate. And then if you come over here, Fuji will take us. He's looking at little lizards. I planted some calla lilies from another person's garden that I just dug up, and they're all coming up, which is really exciting. So hopefully we'll have some calla lilies in this area. I think they actually bloom in the winter, if I can remember correctly. So over here we've got our Chamelia plants, and they have a bunch of little blossoms, which is really exciting. Even though the summer is coming to an end and a lot of the veggies and tomatoes are dying back, there's more to look forward to with the winter months here in Southern California, because we kind of garden all year round. So there's always something to kind of look forward to here. And over here, this is our little pepper and eggplant bed. And these peppers weren't doing the best in this area. They were getting eaten by hornworms, but I still have a bunch of these Sugar Rush peach peppers, which are really nice. Some jalapenos, and the eggplants are still producing, which is so exciting. So I love these cute little eggplants. They're so delicious. And I've been picking them while they're pretty small because we have a lot of eggplant plants. And I don't know, they're just really cute when you cook them up and they're like tiny like this. Over here, we've got a cute little birdhouse gourd. Look how cute that is. These all were having a really hard time getting started. But it looks like I'm gonna get one, so that's exciting. My sweet Fuji. The Iceberg Roses are also still blooming their heads off and looking wonderful. Fuji. And our Bogan Vila just keeps growing and growing into our little parking spot here. So we just have to stay on top of this. It's really pretty, but it just grows really fast, and it's really pokey, so it's kind of hard to prune back. Fuji! Over here we've got our zinnias that are still looking beautiful, and a lot of them are going to seed, and so I'm just like tossing them back into the garden, and hopefully they'll reseed for next year. I'm kind of a little bit of a lazy gardener, and I'm just gonna kind of hope that you know, maybe I'll come in and like save seeds and stuff like that, but it's just kind of overwhelming with everything that's going on and all of the things that we need to clean up. Over here are our seeds that we started last week, and typically I do these under grow lights indoors, and I wanted to try them out here to see if I could just skip the grow lights and all that, you know, the hardening off process. It's been a week and none of them have germinated, which a lot of these on the seed pack say like 7 to 14 days. But when I started a lot of these seeds with the soil blocks in the spring, they just germinated so fast. I think it's just because the light was on for like 16 hours a day. And it was just like ideal temperatures, and I was babying them a lot. So I think I'm going to put those inside just because I'm a little bit behind on the fall and winter garden, and so I want to get caught up. Over here we've got some spoon tomatoes, some herbs. We've got some eggplants, which I'm actually going to transfer these eggplants over by the pepper and eggplant forest over there because I want to use this area for cut flowers next year because I have just been loving growing these beautiful cut flowers. So this is Lysianthus, and this is one of my favorite flowers that I grew this year, and I want to grow way more of the zinnias, cosmos, Lysianthus, stock, snapdragons. So I am gonna make this whole area into like a pretty cut flower garden for next year. So over here, we've got our plumbago, which is going nuts. And I planted the tomatoes kind of up this string, and it's just a wild mess. So eventually I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna clean all this up. But it's really hard for me to clean up tomatoes because last year I cleaned up all the tomatoes because I wanted to plant things like cabbage and cauliflower and broccoli. But the tomatoes, I left a few tomatoes, and my neighbors had tomatoes, and they actually produced like all winter long. So then I was kind of sad that I pulled the tomatoes. And so for this year, I mean, these San Marzanos are still producing really nicely. Even though I want to get everything cleaned up, I think I'm going to leave some of these and see how long I can continue to get a harvest.